Welcome to Crowded Market Report by Jason Shapiro. If you want more from Jason, subscribe to Crowded Market Report and get access to the CMR community, weekly reports, charts, and other exclusive content. Learn more at www.crowdedmarketreport.com or click on the link in the right corner.
Hello, today is November 4th, 2023. I'm Jason Shapiro with crowdedmarketreport.com. This week I wanted to talk a little bit about the concept of a coin flip, okay? Because that's what the market is, okay? It's either going to go up or down, whatever time frame you're looking at, be it a day, a week, a month, whatever. It's going to do one or the other, all right? Just like a coin flip. It's either going to be heads or tails. We know that for a fact. And it may go on a run of heads for a while, or it may go on a run of tails. But we know, given the long enough time, it's going to be 50-50 over time, right? And the easiest way to prove this to yourself is take a look at the time frame that you trade in, be it short term or longer term. Let's say you're a short term trader. Write down every day, here's what I think the market's going to do, up or down. And then gather enough of that data and go back and see how accurate you were on that, right? And I think you'll find that it'll probably be somewhere around 50-50, right? At best, right? Probably less, but 50-50 at best. And that's the proof that it's really just a coin flip. So if that's all it is, then how are we going to make money over time in the markets? And the answer to me is, and I think it's the most important concept about trading, is we want to find opportunities where the payout is greater if we're right than the loss if we're wrong. So again, it's like flipping a coin and getting paid $4 for heads and losing $1 for tails. That's the kind of situation you want to get into. And that's the kind of things that I personally try to find, obviously, and I try to provide, be it through my newsletter or be it through things that I put on Twitter. And, you know, people will rag at me, oh, well, you were implying here that the market was going to go down and it went up. Yeah, I mean, that happens. Just because I'm getting into what may be a good risk reward, there always is the risk, then the reward. I am not here to say I have any ability to predict where the market's going to go. I don't. Let's get it right out there, okay? If I have an ability, it's in my ability to find places where the return, should it go the way that I think it might go, is much greater than should it not go the way I think it might go. And, you know, last week we had a pretty crazy market. Bonds ripped, stocks ripped, right? I was not long either stocks or bonds, right? But you know what? I also wasn't short either stocks or bonds because I didn't see that there was a risk reward trade anywhere in there. And so I didn't lose money on that either, even though I would have to say, had a bearish tilt to what I was thinking. And out of nowhere, not out of nowhere, but the markets were ripped hard. I didn't lose anything on that. And not losing money when you don't have it right is, I would argue, just as important as making money over time, right? Not losing, just as important as making over time, because that's what's going to build your long-term returns to be positive, right? And this, I think, is just such an important concept. It's not about predicting the future. It's about getting into very high return to risk trades over time. And this is what I try to focus on. And this is what I try to help people focus on. Does it work all the time? No. Has it worked over time? Yes. Okay. So that's kind of the thought, kind of short and sweet today, but I think an incredibly important thing to think about, right? And like I say, test it for yourself. See how good you are predicting the market over whatever time frame you like to try and do things over, right? And let that sink in. That's a great way to test this whole coin flip theory. Okay, so that's kind of my thought this week. Always happy to hear questions and comments. Please, if you like this video, hit the like button. That helps us to get, I guess, the algos to get more people to see it, which we want to do. And if these are things that interest you, please join us on crowdedmarketreport.com. Thanks, and I hope everybody has a very profitable week.
Subscribe to Crowded Market Report by Jason Shapiro.